Hello everyone, this is D-Infinity-X, and welcome back to Minecraft. So I've been away from my YouTube channel for quite a long time. Uh, I used to upload Minecraft and Deadlinger and a whole bunch of stuff, and then I kind of took a break. But now I'm going to start trying to do it again. The main thing for me is back when I was doing this in 2011, 2012, it was mostly for me trying to make the big YouTuber career, kind of. I was sort of doing it for fun, sort of doing it for, that slim chance of making money. That's changed. I just want to do this for fun now. And this realization came when me, my brother, and his friend Kirk, we started a podcast. That is over on our Fused Relativity site or channel. And ever since then, I've been kind of dying to play games and do this sort of thing again because I always thought it was fun. And yeah, so now I'm going to. Now, unfortunately, me and my daughters, this is our world. We started playing this a few weeks back. And I wish I would have started recording at the start of this, but I'm not starting another world because we've made quite some progress in this one. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of just infrastructure built around. That poor golem is dying in a the water chute. Um, ooh, that's a lot of noises. This is essentially our spawn area. Now, for the last few years, every time me and my kids make a new world, we kind of start building up around spawn because this isn't a single or this isn't a multiplayer server in the traditional sense. It's just a server for me and my kids. And so we build up a ton of infrastructure around the main spawn so that they have resources to build with and play with because they like playing in essentially or creative. And to kind of facilitate that, I build up a ton of stuff so that they can essentially play in creative without actually playing in creative, if that makes any sense. And this is just our farm storage area right here. We have a ton of farms, potato and carrots, melons and pumpkins, stuff that I really need to clean up and clear out and get organized and shuffled around. And yeah, sorry, it's been a while since I've done something like this. But yeah, this is our world, and this is where this series is going to start as an episode 1 of me and my daughter's world. Now, the main reason I kind of wanted to start doing this is because I came up with the idea, and this is all inspired by what Mumbo Jumbo is doing on the Hermitcraft server, but he is building a mountain. And I thought I wanted to do something very similar, but also very different. And as I was building this mountain, I've tried a few different techniques to kind of lay it out and shape it. And that's kind of what got me thinking of why I wanted to start recording again, because I'm sure there's a ton of how to build a mountain tutorials on YouTube, but I've never seen one that was done in survival or done, you know, to this extent. I could be wrong, and I wish I could find it. So to start with, I built this slice because I thought I would do it in sections and just connect up all the sections and make it look, as realistic as possible. Because I do like how this side of the mountain looks. I'm going to get up a little bit higher here, flip around. Like this side of the mountain right here looks really, really good. And I really, really like how it came out. But as I was building it, I realized that my little template on the ground and my template up here just wasn't going to match. Like the plot I laid out at the bottom down here just did not match with how it was coming down. And that's just because of, how I was texturing it as I was going down. So I decided, let me try a different way. And I wanted to try and connect this side right here to this one to see how it would look. And as I was building it, I realized it wasn't going to look good. Well, it had the potential to look good. It was just going to take a lot more effort. So instead, what I did was I went and I started to just do it layer by layer. So I keep falling off this thing. This is the number one problem for this build is I just keep falling off. We're going to circle back around here. So I went down 3 blocks and did a layer all the way around. And then I came back, went down, did another layer all the way around. And this seems to have been worked amazingly because this is... I keep forgetting. This is turning out to look so much better than I originally thought. And there's still a lot I can do to terraform it and make it look better and use something other than stone. And the only reason I'm using stone... Oh, there was a hole there. The only reason I've been using stone is because I want to do kind of what Mumbo Jumbo did and go through and get some moss and make it look much nicer than it actually is right now. Because I don't want one solid texture. Let's see if I can do this. I can't. Yeah. So once this is all built up and I have the mountain how I want it, I'm going to go through and I'm going to go back in and terraform. I missed another block. And make this all look nice. I have other plans for this. Stuff I've tried before in servers and worlds with my kids is to try and make kind of a all-in-one base/farm. And let me show you what I mean. So this is our previous world when we were kind of waiting for 117 to drop. And what I did was we hollowed out, or not hollowed out, we cleared out a dark oak forest. I made iron farm, and then all the way up here, I have essentially... I've always had trouble landing on this. There we go. Essentially, a whole ton of farms just built into this big structure. And this is kind of what got me started with my idea. Okay, I have cactus farm, I have bamboo up there, I've got a chicken farm right here, and, or I shouldn't say chicken, I should say egg. And this kind of led me into my idea of building all the farms that I can into one little area. And we were trying to make this look like a little city and have all of that and then expand outward. Like this took me far, far too long to try and build. And I never finished it before we decided to move on and move to the next world. Because when I was building... Oh, it's been so long since I've been here. There's got to be a way in. Whatever. When I was building this... I'm right on the... Okay. Right through there. There we go. When I was building this, and I had the idea of doing all of the farms all in one little area and having a massive sorting system right underneath it, this kind of got me thinking, how could I make it even better? And part of that, by the way, these are 2 little castles I built for both my daughters. And this really got me thinking into what I wanted to do. And then let me show you where this led off. So this is where that world laid out, or became. I decided I wanted to do it again, but I wanted an even bigger farm area. So I didn't design this. I found a witch hut that was on a relatively flat and ocean-filled place, and I started to perimeter it. And I had the idea of making this massive circle. I don't think I have a map of this area. I might. But I started making a massive circle, which turned into a square because I was getting lazy. And then I went and just started hollowing it out. And then I started, oh, I am in creative, never mind. So I started hollowing it out, and I started building massive farms. Like, this is a massive mushroom farm. We've got, all right, we've got a chicken farm, and if we move away from the very loud minecart, we have a ton of just storage for almost everything that I could think of. Iron, gunpowder, glowstone, all of this. And the reason, like I said earlier, I chose this is because, well, it all helps if I type that in right. Still helps if I type that in right. There we go. So if we go into here, as you can see, I've got quite a crazy mob farm going on. And I built this over a witch's hut. So these top 3 or 4, I think it's the top 4, are all normal mob farm. The bottom 3 here are all built over the witch hut. So these have a much higher chance of spawning witches, which will get me the massive amount of... Oop, I had to restart the... That didn't help. I had to restart the thing. So, yeah, as you can see, I started doing a circle and kind of squared it off. But that's why I have all of this here, is I wanted to build a massive mob farm over witches so I could get tons of redstone. And then I have all sorts of other farms all dotted around the place, like melon and pumpkin. I think this is cactus. And this is what just kind of led the backbone of our current world. So let's get back to that. So this leads us to why I'm restarting. And as I've already mentioned, it's mostly because I want to kind of just show my progress of me trying to get better as a builder and as a player of Minecraft. And I'm going to be starting this off, and I really wish I would have started this sooner. But I will go much more in detail on how I started and how I'm building this out in the next episode. But I just want to kind of show how I progress and go through the game. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and one that really struck me was someone that was saying that Minecraft really doesn't get started until after you've beaten the Ender Dragon and started gathering resources. That's truly when Minecraft starts, because then you can start doing massive projects like this. And I wholeheartedly agree. In fact, that's kind of the first thing my kids want to do is, when we started this world, within the first day, they were asking if we could go in and beat the Ender Dragon so we could get our wings and make traveling a whole lot easier. I kind of like the Hermitcraft thought of walking around and doing that, but wings just make everything so much easier. And so we went, beat the dragon, and now we can fly everywhere. And that's where this project is going to start, or this world is going to start, is here. And when 117 comes out, or 118, excuse me, this is all going to get replaced. We're going to start a new world, kind of start fresh, because I have some really good ideas for what I want to do in 118. But for now, I think it's going to be fun building up this mountain, getting it terraformed and decorated, and seeing what's going on. So just to kind of pad out this video, I'm not going to make it too long. I just want to show off a little bit of what we've done so that everyone's kind of familiar. We thought having shops on ships, because me and my oldest both watch Hermitcraft, and we wanted to do something similar with kind of a shopping district. So we both set up shops on ship. I am currently building out a submarine. She's got this little ship right here that she's built out. Now, we do have the flowering azaleas. Is that what they're called? So, spore blossom. Flowering azaleas is the tree. We've added those just from the creative menu just to give us something until 1.18 comes out, because you can't craft them with or get them without a data pack or anything like that. My youngest daughter has stuff just all over the place. In fairness, she's quite young, but she has builds kind of dotted all over the place, and that's something that, as a player, you just have to kind of get used to, especially when playing with kids, is that they put stuff kind of everywhere without too much logical reasoning. My oldest is getting better at it, but it's just something I deal with. And yes, I know I've got quite the chest monstrosity going on, and currently my base is just this little hole in the side of a mountain that I started mining on. But that's because that's kind of how I play. The first few days, it's mostly me trying to get as much resources together as possible so that my kids can have an enjoyable time. And that's something that that I kind of strive for. Now over here we have kind of a little gaming district that we're setting up. My youngest has her little parkour course, and she built with the help of my oldest, a kind of escape room. More kind of find the way to get out of the room. This is quite fun. I might go through this with both of them on just so that so that we can kind of show it off, because they want to make an even bigger and better version of this, which I think they're planning out over here. And then over here we have a little arena we're starting to build out, and this is being decorated entirely by my oldest daughter. And we've got kind of a crossbow course that we're all going to play in. And just to show off how good my daughter is at getting at decorating, she's built all of these houses herself. And granted, she's still got a ways to go, but she is definitely a very good builder and getting much better at it. And her base is over here. She's got her little starter base over here that she built up. Because once again, like I said, we watch a lot of Hermitcraft, so she's kind of like the idea of having a starter house and then moving to a bigger one. And then down here, she's also very much into villager trading and all of that. And then her actual base, if you fly over this way, is right in here. Now, obviously, with all the dark prismarine and everything like that, I do have a guardian farm. I do have a gold farm. That's kind of the thing I like and enjoy building the most is farms. So we have built all of those, and she's got herself a nice little template to start working out from for a base. She really likes axolotls and foxes. So let me show you some of the bases or the farms real quick. All right, we're coming up on my very basic guardian farm right here. So I've done the very simple spawn them into the portal trick, because it's way easier than building out or digging out a whole area. And I want to make some improvements. Oh geez, I want to make some improvements to this because let me get up here so they don't zap me. I want to make some improvements to this because this works very, very well as both a guardian farm. As you can see, there are a bunch of guardians there, but it also works really well as a squid farm. Why can I hear the portal all the way up here? Let me turn that down because that's... So I want to kind of adapt this and turn this into a hybrid guardian / ink farm. And if we go down here and try not to die from getting zapped. Oh, they pushed me out. Oh, that's a sound. So if we go down here, we've got this massive storage setup for guardian farms, or for the guardian drops. And one of the things it gets in abundance, well, not in abundance, I wish it got more, but... Oh, my daughter must have been here because there's a ton of fish on the floor. one of the things that it gets in abundance is ink sacs, and I want to kind of make more. Oh, and apparently there was a skeleton in here. Now the next farm is my gold farm. Now this is, I kind of wish it was better than it was, or worked better than it did, because it is a really efficient farm. But if we go up here, I've got the shulker craft design for the zombie piglin farm. And if we fly up, it essentially has all these platforms with eggs in there. And then the piglins come out here and meet their demise in this little area. Oh, I didn't turn it off. Oh, and my fire's out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Normally, I just throw all the rotten flesh into a fire. I must have turned it off for... Oh, stop. Stop. There we go. I did this because I didn't have a lever at the time. But yeah, this gets a lot of gold ingots, or nuggets, pretty quickly. I'm going to put this here and fly off. There we go. And those are the two big farms I have right now. This one I wish would work better when me and my kids are playing, because a lot of times I AFK, and I would like to AFK here and just build up all those chests with gold ingots while I was at work or something to that effect. Unfortunately, because of it doesn't work when there's more than one player online. Well, it works. It's just that the zombie piglins despawn immediately. And see what I mean over here with the... Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Look at all these ink sacs just floating in the water. I have a design I want to test out to see if I can improve this, but we'll have to see if it works. And that's going to be one of the projects I work on in a video. But yeah, this is what I'm aiming for with this playthrough. And with any luck, my wife and kids will probably be joining and playing along with me, but with any luck, this should be a fun experience, and I have some ideas for some farms and some improvements to farms that I want to try out. I'm going to do it all here. And then hopefully you all will enjoy the content, and let me know if you have any suggestions. But until then, this was DInfinityX, and welcome to me and my daughter's world. I hope this will be a lot of fun recording. I hope it'll be enjoyable for everyone to watch. I am aiming for 2 to 3 videos a week. Just kind of depends. But until then, I hope you all have a great day. See you next time.